Ladies and gentlemen, may the hood be with you. Kristoffer Liicht and Jacob Corneliusen will tell the story from Copenhagen, Denmark, cultivating community through street sport. Make some noise! Panna House!
Yeah, it's Panna House in the house! How are you guys? Feeling good? Cool. My name is Kristoffer Liicht. I'm here with my friend, crewmate, Jacob. And first of all, thank you for inviting us. We're very happy to be here with you guys. It's super inspirational seeing the guys from Colombia, the boys from Austria. It's very inspirational for us. We come from something called Panna House, and today we're going to share some more street football magic with you. Not with the ball at our feet, but with the microphone in hand. We're very excited to share our approach to working with street football and Panna in general. But in order to do that, I think we have to set the context first. Maybe some of you don't know us, or maybe you don't know what we do, or maybe you don't even know what Panna is. So I have a little video with our friend the Gypsy that will introduce it for you. Let's see if we can get that to go ahead. With sound, maybe.
Panna is a one-on-one 3 minutes game. It's like a boxing match. The one who has the most goal win. But if you make a nutmeg, a panna, the game is over. It's like knockout. Panna is not just about winning. It's also about showing yourself, showing your skill. Through the ball, you are showing who you are. I think the kids who are coming to us feel that they're a part of something more than just a club. We're more like a street crew. We have a place under the arch, it's called. We have this weekly training that's for free for everybody.
Godt at se dig. Har du det godt? Så med indersiden, så gør jeg sådan her. Kan du se, hvad min krop gør? Ja tak. Vi ses med ham.
When they started, some kids were very shy. Doing a show, you learn like standing there in front of a crowd and being confident. Panna House is more than just playing football, it's much more. When I play Panna, it's like I forget about my problems, my bills. I feel free. I guess I spend about 40 hours a week in Panna House, like a full-time job. Panna House is like my second family. Panna House is for every person, also for a person that doesn't fit in society, I guess. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. I hope that when I'm not there in Panna House, the spirit of Panna House is still there. I am devoted to this because of seeing kids grow. Influence them to make a change at their local communities. You can call it health at street level. We need to keep it real.
Woo! All right. Quick history of Panna House, just so you have everything down. We started about 10 years ago. We were a couple of boys that didn't really know each other. We were very different in age, in background, in every aspect of life, to be honest. But we had a common passion, the ball. And it created something special for us. It created friendships, it created opportunities, it gave us a passport to the world, and a way to communicate with all kinds of cultures. And expressing ourselves throughout the streets of Copenhagen, we very quickly realized that there was a bunch of kids following us around on every street corner trying to learn this stuff. And at that point in time, there was only about a handful of players that played this modern way of playing street football, the Panna way. And we decided, you know, now we have to really push it if we want to do this for a long time. So we did that, and we've done that for 10 years. And we've done many things. Just to give some examples for the way that we work. The basics is we are where the young people already are. There's no reason to try to attract them. We might as well just go to them. Whether that be on the streets in their local neighborhoods, whether that be in the football clubs, whether that be in the schools, or of course on social media, we are where the young people are. We also have made street football and Panna accessible. We created a physical place where young people can come down and take part in this free space and develop themselves, and they can learn about the culture, because sometimes with street sports it's hard to take part of something if there's no physical place to go to. This place is called Street Aboon. It's not just about Panna. We have basketball and hip-hop events and freestyle and tech ball and all kinds of things. You saw some of it in the video, and actually this year we're expanding to twice as much space, so it's quite exciting. And then we host a bunch of tournaments, the biggest one being the World Panna Championships, where we have players from over 32 countries that come to Copenhagen and fight for the world title, whether that be in the adults, in the women, or in the youth section. And we live stream that to the world, and it's watched by over millions of people. So it's pretty crazy, this little hood project in Copenhagen. We do many things, and I can talk forever about our projects and our events and all the role models we have and all these things. But we wanted the spin we wanted to put on it today is our whole approach, and how we really invest time in putting as much of our culture into everything we do, whether that be a product, whether that be an event, or whether that be a project. So in order to get a better understanding of that, Jacob will give you a little deep dive into the culture of street football and Panna culture.
Yes. Hi everyone. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this culture that we're so passionate about. How come we call this like a lifestyle for us? Oh, next one, Liicht.
Oh, sorry, that was me that doesn't know my... that was just to say that this is... Sorry, Jacob.
It's all good.
My ending was supposed to say that we've gone from, this little community trying to get everyone under one roof, collecting everyone. Now we see ourselves as a global movement that has the potential to do much more than sport itself. It's about promoting physical health, mental health, cultural understanding, and strong communities. And we're in a really good position, and that's one of the reasons that we're here to, network with all of you. Continue with the culture, Jacob. Oh.
The other way.
Shit.
One too many. Yes, okay. So how come we call this thing a lifestyle of ours, How come we're so passionate about this way of playing football? First of all, it's football with freedom. Freedom is the most important part. You play how you want, when you want, with no limits. This is very important, and with freedom of playing, you automatically express yourself. You create a self-expression with the ball, and this expression is of course authentic because you have all the freedom in the world. You are only doing yourself, which is also why street football is very identity shaping. Once you develop your own style, your own way of playing, you actually tell the world or the streets whoever you are. And with this, of course, you need some creativity. And creativity is often developed through meeting other people, trying to do the same, trying to express themselves. And this is how we create the community, by sharing and playing together and have fun. And of course, a main key word in street football is respect. You play to try to get respect from your own local place and for the world. And of course, you have to give respect to get respect. And that is actually one of the 10 street commandments that we made. We sat down with our local youth, with our Street in a Boon project, and sat down and really asked them about what do you really like about street football culture? What do you want to make this place? How do you feel like we should be with each other? So here you can see the 10 things they wrote down in their own language. So we have involve each other. Then we have a little Danish translation, or be open. It says on the court, we leave all what do you call it, Liicht? Prejudice, yeah. And you don't get judged by your level. You get judged by your personality, So yeah, this is a way of making sure that these values are prevailed in our culture.
Yeah, very cool. I want to give you guys 3 examples of how we are really focusing on these culture and how we're trying to put it out as far as possible to get as many young people interested in street sports and in Panna. one of the things we did and that we've been most successful with is we actually created a youth TV series in Denmark called En for Holdet. The TV series is about 3v3. It's about Panna. They're young people playing in the streets, but they're also eating in the local kebab store. You know, they have some friendly fights and everything is going on. It's like a young life. But what's more important is it's a fictional series, but it's very much attached to real life. Because what is happening? We are playing 3v3 in Panna. They are using real moves from real life. They're using the names from the culture. But even the actors in the series are some of the world's best Panna players. They use the language that they use day by day. And the series is even going on in our facility in Strydon Boon. So suddenly, this TV series that's being shown on the national TV is really, really close to real life, which allows it to live on from after it's being shown. This was supposed to be a niche series. It was targeted towards young boys in Denmark, but it actually turned out to be the second most watched youth series ever in Denmark. And it hits both, girls and boys and even grown men and women. It's in Danish, unfortunately, but if you want to go try and find it, it's called the En for Holdet. It features in the main role Jesse Minho. He is the World Panna Champion of 2020. And he got massively big after this series with over 200,000 TikTok followers. So we continued this and we said, hey, what other medium can we play with? Why not make a children's book? So we created an illustrated children's book, which follows Jesse Minho in his local hood in Ishøj. And the main thing that we did in this one is we took the 10 Street Commandments created by the young people in Strydon Boon, and the books now are about those 10 Street Commandments. That's what it revolves around, the 10 values there. So suddenly this book is not just Jesse Minho's book, it's not just Panna House's book, but it's all the young people that actually come down in Strydon Boon. They have all co-created this book. Right there we have 3 kids that just won a Panna tournament, and I swear I've never seen kids be so happy for winning a book. I'm just saying. Yeah. They are in all libraries and all schools as well, so again, placing the product where the young people actually are. And the final example, Jacob, what's at your feet right there?
Yes, it's the most important thing in street football. Obviously, you need a ball. So we tried as a crew, as a community, we wanted to also try to build a brand. Of course, when we build a brand, we need to stay authentic. As cultural leaders, for Panna at least, front runners, it was really important for us to try to make something that was really within the culture. The first one we made was this no flamingo ball that really tried to involve a language. This is a term that we call pananoia. When you're really afraid of getting a panna, then you end up standing like this, because then there's no way of making a panna. And we were supposed to make a commercial. We ended up making a short film almost. Go watch it on YouTube. It's pretty funny. This was the first attempt, and we made this new language, a new word called no flamingo. And players actually started yelling this when playing. Oh, no flamingo, pananoia. And really integrated in the culture. And here we have an example from the qualifiers of World Championship, where one of our young guys, Mads, makes a flamingo panna. He does the flamingo. So here he actually integrated the language, the story from the ball in an actual match to make a move. This was incredible for us. This one is the latest addition to our brand. With this one, we wanted to tell the story of our culture and our community. It's the Panna House Galaxy. Panna House Galaxy is within a universe of street football. And as we see it, we have countless stars that are, shining out to society, and this light that they shine out is being reflected onto the young kids, and they get inspired, So we try to make a storytelling like this, and it's always expanding. There's always new light coming that you haven't seen yet. All these metaphors for our young guys, And the main slogan for this one was "May the hood be with you." And of course, as you can tell, as I said before, the main thing, the first thing as a street footballer, what you want respect on your local court. So this is why we were like trying to encourage everyone and saying, "May the hood be with you." Yeah. Let's see the commercial we made. This one was more of a commercial, to be honest.
Yes, this is the last video we're going to show you, and try and notice if you can see all these values that we've tried to input in this without really saying it. You will see lots of faces from our community, both street players, but also professional football players, retired professional football players, and upcoming football players. Let's go.
What do you see when you look up? Do you see darkness or do you see the light? Do you see the end or do you see infinity? Endless possibilities is a state of mind. The way you define the space around you. The way you move in the reflection of the light, ultimately becoming the source of light itself. A star, born in the clouds of dust, scraping light on each surface. A round shape that bounces off anything it encounters. When it arrives, you can see the past, leaving a footprint for the future. A constant process, essential for all life. Provided by an infinite number of stars, of which some have still never been witnessed. So what do you see when you look up? Are you still gazing through darkness? Or can you see the stars now in the shadows around you? May the hood be with you. Panna House forever.
Yes, thank you. We'll take questions now, Anton, so we don't take too much time, and we can talk about the key takeaways at the coffee break, huh?
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, yeah, make some noise. Panna House once again. Jacob, MVP of the Ghetto Football World Cup 2023, and Kristoffer Liicht, Panna House. I would say the main architect behind it. And it's, he got first of all, congratulations on Copenhagen for the first time in history getting into the playoffs in the Champions League. Make some noise for Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I don't know if in Copenhagen there are playing some Panna House players, but I'm sure there will be in the future with the spirit and everything. So.
Actually, if you in that video that you saw Abdul Darami.
Yes.
Brother of Mohammed Darami, who's on the.
Okay, in that team. Okay.
He's the guy that sees the panna, goes out and practices it.
Okay, so now we have a favorite club to follow in playoffs if somebody doesn't have. So, questions, please, for Jakes and Kristoffer. Yes. Malik, now yes, like microphones.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for your presentation. Just two questions. When the kids come to your training at your Panna House, do they pay for training? And the second one is, and do the coaches do the training work as a community work, or do they get paid? Thank you.
Yeah, great question. So that's actually the core of everything we've done. When we started with a Wednesday open Panna training. It's completely free. Anyone can come, any age, any background.
And when you want also.
Whenever you want. So we start at 5, you can come at 6. You can also come at 6:59, but then you only have 1 minute of training, so maybe come a little bit earlier. But it's free, and it has been for 10 years. We've done that, and it's been the core pillar of making Panna, Denmark, the strongest Panna country in the world. Because it's allowed for young kids to come and play with some of the best, and that's how you learn really fast. I think the coaches just do it because we have this idea of that's the way to grow the community and the culture. The more we spread it out, the more young people that get into it, they will feel the same that we did as young people, and as they grow up, they will do the same thing. They will want to give back. So that's our mentality.
Yeah, we see that the young people that we have taught moves, they teach these moves on to the next, because they know like how the open concept is. So anyone who comes will also learn from the other kids. So yeah.
Yeah, they answered the question. Another question there. It's 3-0
Yep.
goes there. Yeah. Okay.
Hello. How did you get the free space where young people train in? Was it specifically chosen, or was it given somehow, or why?
It was a combination of luck, perseverance, and hard work through many years. So the way we worked with street football before we had that place was, you know, we would go from street corner to street corner, from plaza to plaza, set up areas, use social media to get people out there. And what we saw is it was really great at getting this knit community out, but it was often be the same people. It would be harder to get new people in, and especially women. We had no women, no girls joining our communities because it's really hard for women just to step into that arena, just in a new arena every time. So we really wanted to create this house. That was always our dream, everyone under one roof. And I actually live 500 meters or less from this bridge. And one day we got a tip that there was a social organization down there that does music and other kinds of cultural events that had gotten the permission to build something down there. But we also heard that they didn't really know how to tackle the youth segments in that area. So we very fast went down there and said, hey, we have the perfect project. And we gathered our street community in other different segments as well. And we pitched the project, and we got funding to build the first area. And then we've continued ever since, slowly building it out and working with multiple partners on making it bigger and better as every year comes. Yeah.
Thank you for question. Another questions? Yes. Today the same people asking questions. So others, I hope you are preserving your questions for the coffee break. Yeah, please.
Hi. I saw that you make worldwide tournaments, and I wanted to know how you get players from other parts of from other countries to come to your tournaments.
Yeah, that's a good question as well. I think it's a lot about actually what we talked about today. So our whole approach to culture in general, and really representing the culture. Before we even hosted our first tournament, you know, we traveled to 30, 40 countries, you know, meeting players from around the world that had the same passion as we did, and we created this tight-knit community. And the story of the World Cup for us was actually that we used to go to Holland every year to play in a tournament. That was the international tournament for us. That's where we met our international friends. But one year in 2015, there was no tournament. We were just sitting home in Denmark and like, damn, we're just going to sit here? And we said no. So the next year we decided to host the first World Championship, and we just invited all our friends. And it was, at that point, it was like an invitation. I think we called it Eat, Play, Sleep, and we slept in the venue, and it was pretty street. But we live streamed it and made something out of it, and I think there was about 60 players from 11 countries or something. And then from there it's just grown every year. And now people come because it's the tournament you want to play, and it's the tournament you want to win. You actually have the recent winner up there in the back, sitting in the shadows, Amin Benmumu.
And also winner of UBF Riga.
Yeah, he's an okay baller.
Yeah. All right. Once again, make some noise for Panna House. Kristoffer and Jacob, thank you very much.